I can critique my performance. So welcome everyone to today's Elements Emotional Clearing and Healing session. This is a very, very powerful process that mixes 5 elements emotional healing, which is working with earth, air, fire, water, and spirit from the sort of Chinese and from the Chinese medicine tradition, and also many spiritual traditions and practices recognize the 5 elements. So this is working with those 5 elements, raising them and balancing them in your body, and also a mixture of Gabor Mate's compassionate inquiry approach, which really focuses on very, very profound awareness of your body and being very still in the present moment. And I'm sort of blending the two. A bit of housekeeping. You've all said that you have your pieces of paper and pen so you can write things down as they come up. You'll be wearing blindfolds when we actually do the work. And this is for 2 reasons. One is, even with your eyes closed, the glow through your eyelids can be distracting. So having yourself completely blacked out opens up a whole bunch of bandwidth in your brain to pay attention to other things. And the other thing is, when you're done at various stages, you'll just raise your blindfold, and that's a very easy way for me to know that you're finished. Also, you want to be in a quiet place. Anything that beeps, buzzes, or vibrates, make sure it's turned off so it's not going to distract you. And the process is quite simple. As I said, it's a mixture of breathing processes, breathing practices to center and ground and raise and balance energy. Then there'll be some questions, inner awareness, and writing things down, whatever it is that's coming up for you. That's going to set up the healing. Then you'll just receive the energy healing from me and this can work on emotions, limiting beliefs, health issues, physical problems, really anything. So far, I haven't found something that this didn't have an impact or a benefit on. We are working with your unconscious mind. So some of you might be familiar with the unconscious mind and working with it. Some of you this might be your first foray. Either way, don't overthink it. Just stay relaxed. And just whatever it is that pops up when I ask a question, or when you ask yourself a question, or you look somewhere, just go with what's there. No matter how crazy or mad it might seem, the unconscious mind is not logical. So, whatever it is that comes up, just go with it and trust that you're getting what you need to get. During the actual healings part of the session, I'll be making different noises as I flow different forms of energy to you. So don't be surprised when that happens, and actually, get excited, because that's when the magic starts to happen. And the other thing to remember is that everybody responds to this work very uniquely and very personally. So, there can be tingling, there can be sensations, thoughts, memories. For some people, these reactions are very, very strong and very obvious. And for other people, they can be very subtle and very gentle. But either way, whatever it is that happens for you is what's right for you. That we are working with, spirit, your unconscious mind. You're working with a wisdom that's much, much bigger than your normal everyday awareness. And so you can trust that that's in charge and doing a good job. So does that make sense? Any questions? Okay. So as I said, there's going to be 4 steps. The first step is grounding and raising energy and preparing you. Then we'll be setting up the problem. Then you'll be receiving the healing, and you'll finish by integrating and closing. And the first thing I want to ask is, does everybody have a problem, an issue, something that they're working on that they want to work on with. I know, Talasa, you mentioned that for you it's something that's physical. Chrissy, for you, what I want you to do is just write that at the top of your page to sort of focus, remind you what this is about. So as I said, it could be, I want help with my, broken toe or my broken heart or the fight at work or being more confident or whatever it is. And if you're having any difficulty coming up with something, a question I always often ask with clients is, if you could ask for a miracle, what would you ask for? So, use the phrase, it would be a miracle if I could do, be, feel, have, get. And then whatever fills in that can become the focus of what you're going to be working with today. And in a few moments, you'll put on the blindfolds and I'll take you through the various exercises. At times, I might ask you to raise your hand to indicate a yes or a no. And then when the actual healing is done, you'll raise your blindfold so that I know to stop sending the energy. Now, the first thing we're going to do before you put your masks on is something called the vagus reset. And this prepares your nervous system for all the work that we're going to do. So the way that works is the vagus nerve connects the three response systems in your body. You've got the safe circuit, the fight or flight circuit, and the freeze circuit. And when you're stressed or worried or things go on, and just in the course of life, they can get a little bit locked or stuck. So this helps to unlock and stick and balance them. So the way you do it is you clasp your fingers like this behind your head and just relax into that. And keeping your head straight ahead and your eyes open, I want you to look all the way to the left, as far as you possibly can, keeping your head still, but turning your eyes all the way to the left for 30 to 60 seconds, holding your eyes all the way to the left, looking all the way to the left, 30 to 60 seconds, or until there's a kind of an internal sigh, a relaxation, or a release. And when you feel that, just close your eyes and center them, and then we'll do it. So that's about 30 seconds. Keep on going, looking all the way to the left and breathing. Okay, so now look all the way to the right. Eyes open and look all the way to the right until 30 to 60 seconds, or until you feel that internal sigh, relaxation, or release. Yeah, so keeping your head still, but looking all the way to the right. That's it. You're doing great. So coming up on 30 seconds. Keep looking unless you felt the sigh, the release, and if that's the case, as soon as you feel the release, you can close your eyes. Oof. Okay. So that's about 60 seconds. So let your hands go and drop your arms. And just let that settle in for a few moments. And this is going to make you much more receptive to everything that follows. And now go ahead and put your masks on. And we're going to do a couple of different breathing exercises and get set up for the problem, for releasing the situation. So now we're going to do the 5 elements breathing pattern. Some people know this as box breathing. Some people know this as the God breath. The way it works is you inhale for a count of 4. You hold your breath in for a count of 4. And then you exhale for a count of 4. And you hold your breath out for a count of 4. And then repeat. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. And inhale. So you'll be breathing into fullness, resting in fullness, exhaling into emptiness, resting in emptiness. We'll do this for about a minute. And what this is doing is this is raising up the 5 elements energies, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, raising them up within you and bringing them into balance. So breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. That's it, yeah. Breathing into fullness, resting in fullness, breathing out into emptiness, and resting in emptiness. Continue for another 2 or 3 cycles. And now, start to scan your body as you breathe. And just notice, feel yourself sitting in your seat, feeling the weight of your body. Feel how your head is balanced on your neck and your shoulders, how your back and arms are supported by where you're sitting, how your legs and your buttocks are being held up by the chair, and how your feet are resting on the floor. Just feel the weight, presence, the fullness of your body. And then let your awareness drop into your feet and imagine, see, feel 2 roots dropping out of your feet, going down to touch the earth below. And then imagine these roots, see or feel them, imagine them very, very long, so long that they can reach all the way around the world, like a big hug, going all the way around the world, crossing over in the back, and coming back around. And then these roots go up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, and up your spine through the different chakras or power centers, up the base of your spine, through the middle of your pelvis, through your solar plexus, through your heart, through your throat, through your third eye, the middle of your forehead, and out the top of your head. These roots connect up above you to your higher self, to the cosmos and beyond, to source, to God, or to whatever is bigger for you. And then these roots come back down from source, God, whatever is bigger from you, from your higher self, from the cosmos and beyond. These roots drop down through your crown, through the top of your head, returning down through the third eye, the middle of your forehead, through your throat, through your heart, through your solar plexus, through the middle of your pelvis, through the base of your spine, and down through your legs into the earth below, rooting, grounding, and connecting you. And now we're going to scan our bodies. You're going to scan your body and set yourself up for the help, the clearing, the release you're going to get today. So just bringing to mind whatever it is that you want help with. Start to scan down through from head to toe. First go through your mind and your thoughts and see what sort of thoughts, memories, beliefs might pop up in relation to your issue. And if you need to write anything down, just pick up the blindfold and write the things down and then put the blindfold back down. And then start to scan down. When you finish going through your mind and your thoughts, scan into your body. What's going on in your jaw, your neck and throat. Is there any pain, any tension, any discomfort, any kind of negative or tight feeling? Scan down through into your shoulders, across your chest, into your chest, scanning into your heart and your lungs. Again, just looking for any kind of sensation, feeling, tension, pain. Going down into your belly and your waist. And just notice whatever's going on in your body or your thoughts. And if you need to write anything down, just list the thoughts, the memories, or anything that's come up in terms of pains in your body. Very good. Yeah. So just write down anything that comes up. Give you a few more moments to do that. And then once you've scanned your thoughts and scanned your body and you are aware of what's going on, just ask your unconscious mind which of these issues or pains or sensations or beliefs or feelings is most pressing to be released and healed now. And write down or circle whatever it is that you get. Okay, very good. That's great. Now bring your attention to whatever it was that you were just shown, whether it was a thought, a feeling, a memory, a belief. just bring your attention, or a sensation in your body, a part of your body, just bring your attention to that and ask, if you had words, what would you say? And write down anything that comes up. Especially if it's a pain or a sensation. What are you trying to tell me? What do you want me to know? See what comes up. And now, looking at whatever it was that was written, whether it was something like run, or I'm scared, or you're not paying attention to me, whatever it might be that's come up, just ask, for what purpose should I run? Or for what purpose do I whatever? And write down what comes up, and then ask again, for what purpose? And write down what comes up. And just continue that until there's nothing else coming up. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Just follow that chain of for what purpose. See where it leads you. And I'm going to flow a little bit of energy to help you with that. So this is where we start making the funny noises. Okay. And now ask your unconscious mind, are you ready to release this problem, issue, belief, feeling now? And be consciously aware of it, yes or no. If it's yes, just keep still. If it's no, raise your hand. Okay, great. So remember the God breath, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Keep that going somewhat, but most importantly, now that you've clarified the problem, the belief, the feeling, keep your attention on that and receive the element's healing. When you feel that it's done, remove your mask so that I know you're finished. And I'm going to start with the fire energy now. So holding your attention. So now ask your unconscious mind if there's anything I need to learn or understand in order to complete this clearing. Mm, mm, So take a deep breath in and out. And ask your unconscious mind, does that feel complete for now? Or is there more to be done? If there's more to be done, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay. Okay. So at this point, we're going to do another round of the energy healing. Those of you who there is more to be done, go ahead and ask your unconscious mind to help you focus on whatever that may be. If it's the same thing, but more of it, or if you need to focus on a different area or a different angle, go ahead and do that. And the rest of you, just you might want to ask your unconscious mind, what else could I clear now? What else is ready to be cleared? And if you get a feeling or a sensation, just trust that whatever it is that you're guided to pay attention to is where you need to hold your attention. And just hold your attention there, and we'll do another 5 minutes of clearing. And now, ask your unconscious mind if there are any learnings or knowings I need to complete this clearing. And now ask your unconscious mind, does that feel complete for now? And if so, go ahead and take your mask off and open your eyes. So if you need to write anything down from that, go ahead and do so. And then we'll And so in a moment or two, we anybody who wants to share about anything they've as a client or recipient of this, if there's anything you wish to share about that, love to hear from you. And then after that, we can sort of forget the client thing and hear what it was like from a more of a practitioner perspective. So what worked, what didn't work, that sort of stuff. First, go ahead and finish writing down whatever you want to write down. And then is there anything you want to share about being a client? Anything you want to share about that experience? Feel free. Susie?
Well,
Oh, go on.
no, it's okay, Susie. Go ahead.
Well, that was really, really relaxing for me. I'm incredibly challenged when it comes to doing things like meditation and anything. I'm living with lots of people in the house at the moment, and there's lots of noise and everything going, and it was really nice just to switch off. I felt very relaxed. I didn't feel a lot physically. When you mentioned about, if there was any particular place in my body, I think then I did feel a little tingling in my throat, which was really interesting because my question is all about doing the public speaking, which I am being really sort of blocked on. And I felt during the actual clearing, the first one and the second one, what was interesting for me is normally my mind wanders a lot, like a lot. It goes off to what I have to make for dinner, and that didn't happen at all. And I really like that internal dialogue which came up for me. I think is a lot of stuff. It just confirmed the stuff that I already tell myself about why I've got such a blockage about the public speaking. And it was just a very kind and very gentle voice, and I felt very relaxed in doing that. I'm very hard on myself and I beat myself up, and the voice that sort of kept saying was, the thing that kept saying to me which I say all the time to my own children. I'm just such a hypocrite. I just don't follow. I'm very good at giving advice and then don't follow it. Was, it's a journey and not the destination. And that brought with it a lot of relief, because I think I've been focusing a lot about public speaking, and now with the technology, I've got to learn the technology. And when I've learned how to do Zoom and how to schedule and then there's been a lot of frenzy in that. And in the last sort of however long that was, I definitely felt a little, doesn't matter. It was very playful. It was a very playful, like, you don't have to know everything. Enjoy, have some fun. And that was really a really nice perspective. So
Thank you. Anyone else?
Well, I would like to share now.
Hi.
For me, I actually had a pain in the neck before even the session has started, and my mind was all over the place. Really, I could not focus even at the beginning at your words because it was shattered all over. And I don't know what the instrument you used for taking the time and first, but it really kind of pulled me in, and the more that sound came in, the more I started to center myself within, and the neck started to pulsate. I think at one point I was like swaying around, and usually when I sway like this, I go to the deeper meditative state. And for now, I really feel so relaxed, and I finally can think clearly. And I receive the messages for myself: peace, quiet meditation, and solo time, and breathing. And it really feels good. And actually now I don't have that pain in my shoulder. It's bizarre because I was struggling for a week and a half with it. Oh my God, that's incredible. I don't know what just happened, but wow, it really worked. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Just out of curiosity, did you get any words from the pain in your shoulder? Did it say anything to you?
Let go.
Mm-hmm.
Let go, because I was holding on a hurt. I let go, let go, let go. Yeah.
Cool.
And I did a couple deep breathings out of the blue, deep breaths. No, really different. Just bizarre. Wow.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'd like to add. Actually, before you started making the sound, and I think you were guiding that you were moving on to something else, I felt waves of energy just floating up in my head, like shh, and that continued through the sounds. And yeah, then I could just focus more on my body and feel energy moving up my body, from my, I guess, my bum, from my bum all the way up to my head, and it was it was clearing and letting go of any judgments I had of myself, any guilts I had of letting myself or others down. And it seemed to be a pattern of letting go, and I can ask for what I want, and I can say no, and it seemed to be letting go of guilt.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm very relaxed.
Vipula or Tulasi?
I feel very relaxed too. Not just, I feel physically, emotionally and mentally relaxed. I feel it's like I've aligned and relaxed completely into and I got some words as answers, and I will pay attention to them. But I like the sound you were making. I mean, with the 4 hold, in for 4, out, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4 again. That puts me into a trance straight away. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, do you do it a lot?
I do it personally. We don't. I mean, with Psychademy, we do the heart breath a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I do the 4, hold for 4, and out for 4. But for me, it puts me into a trance straight off.
Mm-hmm.
But the sound you were making kept me from wandering off and kept me back here, which was perfect, because then that's when sometimes I just disappear in that trance and I don't know what I've come back with, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Interesting.
So yeah, I enjoyed that. Thank you.
Thank you. And Tulasi. Tulasi's a repeat offender because she did this on Sunday. So I'm really intrigued to hear what her experience was.
First of all, from Sunday, I actually felt a shift in the pain in my hip. It wasn't 100% gone, but it was at least 50% better. And I thought that is what I wanted to work on when I first showed up today, but something else, when you started the process, I forget at which point, something else came up to work on that instead. I think when you asked that question of if you could have a miracle, what would you ask for, kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, something else came up. And I may have, with your help, I may have discovered a limiting belief that may be quite significant, because I was doing some meditation this morning and came up with a bunch of beliefs, but none of them really felt true. And I think this one supersedes a lot of them. So I think that clearing of that will hopefully have shifted something positively. So I will definitely keep you updated. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, this is the biggest group I've done this for. But on the 17th, I'm going out to the world at large in this Fearless online conference, and I don't know how many people are going to show up. In fact, I haven't even looked at my thing yet to see how many people have signed up. I'm kind of scared to find out.
Are you doing exactly this for it?
Yeah. I mean, this is the format I'm using. I might set it up with a little bit of information around stress and what it does to the body, and a little bit of background material. But the bulk of it is just this process, taking people through the questions, answers, breathing, and then go from there.
Were you making the sound, or were you using?
Yeah. No, that's that's from the
shamanic.
elements.
It's a shamanic sound.
It's And when you were doing the sort of the internal questioning, I was doing ha breath. And then at the end, when it's like asking you for, ask your unconscious mind if there are any learnings, that's when you flow water. But the fire breath is, that's where, some people say when that starts, who was it? I think it was Patience. Became aware of, like there was a sheet of glass over her chest, and when I went, the glass shattered. She could sort of feel the energy hitting the glass, and then it started to shatter, and then as the sound proceeded, it more and more of the glass, because she was doing all this sort of stuff, and it's really cool stuff.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
We all need to go to bed now.
As I said, that's it. For personally, we were having this conversation this morning in practice about, whether Zoom is a good thing or a bad thing, and my experience has been people actually do deeper work on Zoom than they do in my office, because I think your body knows that when it's over, you can just curl up and go to sleep.
Yeah.
You don't have to get up and go out the door and try to ride a bus or drive a car.
Yeah, the thought did cross my mind.
Yeah, no, it's something I've nicknamed the pajama effect.
Actually, nice to be on the receiving end, Andrew. So thank you.
Yeah, nice. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
If you would like a bit of feedback, the only thing I would like to add is for you to relax.
Yeah, no, I'm still in the.
Yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
get that completely.
I'm still in
You
the.
did a great job. Just allow yourself to relax. It was
Okay,
great.
thank you. Yeah.
Trust.
Well, I've noticed this from public speaking is while I'm learning my lines, I'm so focused on learning my lines that I can't really pay attention to the performance or the room once it becomes grooved in. Then I can.
It'll come with practice anyway. And I realized it was your first group one, but you did great. So just relax.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to hear that. Unfortunately for Catherine, I remembered to record it about halfway through. I think I have a recording from earlier in the week where I can splice the two together with a slightly different beginning and it'll be a Frankenstein recording.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank all
Look
of
what
you
they
for,
morphed into. They started like this, and look how they ended up.
yeah.
My magic.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I mean,
Thank you very much.
because
Andrew.
Thank you,
again,
Andrew.
I love doing these one-on-one, but the possibility of doing it for a larger group of people is just really intriguing.
It definitely works for a
Did
group.
well.
Cool. Thank you. And just, without going into the details, do you feel like, the problem you brought has been shifted or changed in some way? In a significant way or in a useful way?
Yeah, I definitely think there's some layers that have lifted, and yeah, it almost feels like it's still working on me.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
probably
cool.
going to say yes, but I will definitely give you feedback in about 2 or 3 days once I've observed the effect within myself and how I operate, function. I'll
Okay,
come back
cool.
to you and let you know.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, me too.
Well, thank you. And we're a minute over time, so
Brilliant.
Thank you.
keep well, everyone.
Good to meet you.
Thanks, Andrew.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay, see you.